So today I want to share this book called Undocumented, A Worker's Fight, and it's by Duncan Tonatiuh, who traditionally does children's books. And this is a really interesting format because it looks like a book, but actually you pull it out, and it's like one of those like accordion pleated books that pulls out. So it starts here. And this is a story about undocumented workers' rights. And so you get the story of kind of a young man who, kind of goes through the difficult journey of immigrating. And then when he arrives, finally, going through all kinds of difficulties, these are the typical jobs that an undocumented worker will get. A lot of them are in restaurants, and sort of, or in the fields, working. And so in this case, we have our young man. He meets a young woman, and he gets to be a father, and so that kind of changes his perspective. And then, so that's like the first half of the story. So he has a job and he's working. It's, undocumented, so it's low wage, no benefits. A lot of times this is below minimum wage and also in dangerous conditions. And so then when we turn the book over, it continues, same format. And this is when this man decides, for the sake of his child and for everyone, to, and even though it's very dangerous since he is undocumented, to basically form, I guess like a union, but basically work as a group for workers' rights, even though it's very difficult. And in this book, he works with other groups, other ethnic groups besides his own, and they're successful. And even his place of work, the restaurant, doesn't fire him. And the author's note is really interesting because, here Duncan Tonatiuh talks about the low-wage jobs in farming, construction, and the service industry, and how, just economically, employers who hire undocumented workers, since they pay a lot less, then they're more competitive against companies who are not hiring undocumented workers, and then it's a race to the bottom, and everyone's working conditions, whether you're documented or undocumented, just become worse. And so I think this is a really important book, and it's it's very easy to read. When I looked it up, like the age range was older, like almost adult, but I feel like the format and the information is great for anyone who's interested in workers' rights. So I would think anywhere from 9 years old and up. And that's what I would recommend for this book. And I know that he won some awards for this already. But I think also just because the book format's unusual, like I'm not, it might be, when you look for it, might be harder to find because it might be in a different section since it's not, it's not a format that I've ever seen before, sort of an accordion pleated fold-out book. But I think it's really super cool, and he's really just an outstanding author and illustrator. Thank you for watching.